greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. Make the haters aggravated, get the spaceship activated. XRP the greatest digital asset ever created. I'm so glad I accumulated before the space got saturated.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna speak about some XRP. We're gonna speak about the world reserve currency. We're gonna speak about a lot of things that's going on in the news. It's so much stuff that I can't even keep up with myself. But making sure you guys tune in to different Twitter accounts. I definitely want to show this again, though. We've seen it. Well, I know I've seen it multiple times. This is not the first time this has came out. So I'm about to deep dive into a couple videos that you should have seen before, or at least get to know if you're new to the crypto space. So listen up to this. Do not FOMO.
Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors, former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger...
All right, guys, make sure you take a look into XRP is the coin, Ripple is the actual company. Know that there's a difference. Also, just be mindful, like these colors that of different companies and symbols of different companies mean things. Colors does mean certain things as well. So it's like, when people see red, that means stop, like on the stops, stop sign. When people see green, that means go. Like that, those have different colors and symbols have reasoning behind it. So, make sure you definitely keep a lookout on it. I'm not a financial advisor, but Ripple is the company that is the only particular XRP coin that has been sued by the SEC, that has regulatory, some type of settlement that's been going on. So if anything, get into some type of coin that has some type of use case, and that is XRP and Ripple. And you can look all these, things up yourself as far as different companies that he's mentioning. American Express, Santander, Amazon, the list goes on and on. So let's keep it moving. So Amazon and Apple TV have released the world's first XRP documentary that's coming next month. So Coach JV, who's also a big crypto XRP maximalist, I guess you could say, or cryptocurrency popular person, who's on YouTube as well. A lot of people who've been in this space for years are on this XRP documentary. So let's take a look at it real quick.
There's a massive quantum shift happening. And if you can't see it, you need to look around for just a moment. Why are so many people living broke right now?
We're all feeling inflation right now,
Americans are paying the price for rising inflation.
and many people don't exactly know why.
The more dollars that get printed, the more that gets put into circulation, the higher the prices of all of these assets are going.
It's an old archaic banking system.
It's pretty apparent at this point that we're in a transition.
It seems like we're on the brink of a major collapse. I think it's almost undeniable.
The system has to switch.
I think we're going to see a dramatic change over the next 10 or even 15 years. XRP is part of the heartbeat of Ripple.
Yeah, kind of the ability to exchange anything of value in a very efficient way through this ingenious pathfinding algorithm.
The utility aspect of XRP is you can move value from one place to another place instantly for a very, very nominal cost.
Instead of it taking 3 to 5 days for a payment to go through from one bank to another cross-border, now takes 3 to 5 seconds. That's a game changer.
And that's the biggest thing there. That's the game changer, guys. I'm not gonna get all into this video because it is 5 minutes.
3 to 5 days,
but
for a payment to go through from one bank to another cross-border, now takes 3 to
5 seconds. So that's, if you don't know anything about anything, and you trying to understand why everybody's so big on just this particular coin, XRP in general, it takes 3 to 5 business days just alone. Even if you buy a product and someone's returning it to you, it takes 3 to 5 business days just for them to return the money back onto your card. But when you purchasing an item, it takes it off your card instantly. But just to get it returned back to your card is 3 to 5 business days, which is crazy. But with crypto and then XRP in general, it's everything goes on a blockchain, so everything can happen instantly. So it could take literally 3 to 5 seconds to be able to return something back onto your credit card or debit card if you're using the blockchain, and vice versa. If you're sending money across the world, to different countries, there's one, a fee, and then there's two, a time haps that takes to get that money to point A to point B. So it is a lot of pros of using crypto, in particular XRP, and why everybody's so big on it and bullish on it. But definitely do your own research, because this is a coin that has been regulated and a coin that has use case. I'm not a big shitcoin fan, but some people been out there getting pump and dumps. That's on you. So listen to Elon Musk. He pretty much mentions XRP. I've never heard Elon Musk say the words Ripple or XRP ever. But listen.
Given how punitive the SEC has been towards crypto under this administration, do you envision the XRP ledger being incorporated into the financial institutions in the future?
Well, I certainly cannot speak to any specific crypto, but I do think that the sort of cryptocurrency is an interesting and probably valuable bulwark against a centralized control. This is definitely not an endorsement or lack of endorsement for XRP. But I do think crypto,
never heard this man say XRP ever.
By its very nature, it helps with individual freedom.
It helps with individual freedom. So, I know Elon Musk knows about XRP and other crypto coins as well. He's not slow. Listen to this. This is an XRP commercial that has not on like the wide stream, but
he's got it. I've got it.
Let's get it.
all these different banks that they're with. So runs on RippleNet. RippleNet is the blockchain that they're speaking about. So let's jump right into gold, because I've been talking about gold for a long time on this channel. for a long time on this channel. I've been talking about. You can look at my previous videos I can put up at the very end. But Bank of America and different, perspectives or opinions are saying that gold will hit $3,000 per ounce in 2024, or at least by the end of 2024, because obviously we're in 2024 now. But the last time I spoke about gold on my channel was at $1,800 an ounce. Now, currently it's about $2,700 when I last looked, and now they're predicting to hit $3,000 per ounce by the end of 2024. And I'm gonna get into some reasons why, but before I do that, let's look at John Deaton and Elizabeth Warren during a debate, and they're speaking about crypto, and they also just Elizabeth Warren is just going on and on about how John Deaton is getting sponsored by all these crypto billionaires, and he's not in it for anything but his crypto investors.
Senate debate, John Keller alongside Victoria McGrain of The Globe. Mr. Deaton, you'll go first on this one. You two take a very different view of the cryptocurrency industry. Senator Warren says she wants to build a, quote, anti-crypto army to rein in what she calls crypto's threat to financial stability, consumer protection, climate, and national security. You have criticized her and federal authorities for what you claim is overly aggressive regulation of crypto. What's the right balance? 1 minute.
Well, listen, I want everyone to know, when I found Bitcoin, I thought of my mom, because my mom was on welfare and food stamps, and she couldn't keep a bank account because she couldn't keep the minimum balance, and the bank would hit her with the predatory fees, and we needed that money. And then she had to go to the check cashing stores that you see in the hood, and they would charge her a fee. My mom would beg them, please, can you take less so that we have the money for food? And then when I went to college and I would send her money from college, I used Western Union, and Western Union would take 15%. It made a difference. So when Bitcoin came, I was like, great, you could cut out the predatory banks and the middlemen and the MoneyGrams and Western Unions, and you could help unbanked people like my mom. But the better question here is for Senator Warren. With illegal immigration bankrupting this state, with inflation pricing regular people out of economy, with a debt crisis where 40% of the people don't have $500 in case of an emergency, with foreign wars taking place, why did this senator wake up one day and say, with all that, I'm going to build an anti-crypto army because crypto's so important to her? That's a question that she needs to answer.
Thank you. Senator, 1 minute.
So look, I'm fine. People want to buy and sell crypto. That's great. I just want to make sure that crypto has to follow the same rules as every bank, every stockbroker, every credit union, and that is some consumer protection laws and some laws to make sure that it's not open for terrorists and drug traffickers and human traffickers in Iran. So that's what I want. But I want to be really clear about what's really at issue here. And that is, who are you going to represent in Washington? There's one candidate standing here who gets 90% of the funding to keep their campaign going from one industry, the crypto industry. One candidate who has said quite openly that his personal worth is 80% tied up in crypto. Look, people of Massachusetts know me. You know I fight for everybody, fight for working people. If John Deaton has a chance to go to Washington, his crypto buddies are going to want a return on their investment. He's going to be there to fight for crypto.
Rebuttal. Senator Warren never lets the truth get in the way. If you actually look what I did, I've upset more crypto billionaires because I did her job. She sits on the banking committee. I exposed all this regulatory capture by former SEC chair, by the way, appointed by Donald Trump, and Bill Hinman, appointed by Donald Trump's administration. There was an IG report. I'm responsible for a lot of that, of these conflicts. So I've upset more of the crypto billionaires than anyone. The largest crypto fund blocks me on social media. But here's the thing, her bill bans Bitcoin self-custody in America, yet she's allowing the banks to custody Bitcoin. Another example that Senator Warren's policies do not help poor people. They do not help the working class. She favors the accredited investor rule. That excludes 85% of the American population. Her policies absolutely hurt poor people. And I got in this race to give poor people an actual voice.
Rebuttal.
All right, so I'm not gonna play the whole thing, guys. It's about 8 minutes, but the entire debate is like 50 something minutes. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. I mean, John Deaton, I've been listening to him for a very long time because he has been in the crypto space for a very long time, maybe 6+ years, if that. And hey, she's not lying. He is gonna fight for his crypto people. So, and I'm gonna be one of those people. So, go John Deaton. So this is piggybacking off of the gold and the world reserve currency that I want to speak about. Listen to this.
The world's terrorists are the United States. Look what we did to Iraq. Look what we did to Libya. Libya, the most successful country in all of Africa. The guy created the eighth wonder of the world with the way how he delivered water and turned deserts into farmland. And everybody had a house and everybody had education and healthcare. And we turned it into a failed state run by terrorists with open slave markets. Who did that? Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton did that. And they'll never have to pay a price for that. Barack Obama, the most he'll do is go, that was a mistake.
But why did they get rid of Gaddafi?
Because he was going to start a currency of Africa that was going to compete with the U.S. dollar and the euro. And they can't have that because the way the United States controls the world is because the United States dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So that's why they can put sanctions on all these countries. And so what they're doing, which they shouldn't do, they're weaponizing the U.S. dollar. And so like when countries want to trade with each other, they have to go take their currency, change it into U.S. dollars so they can trade. And a lot of it was based on the petrodollar, which, by the way, Saudi Arabia just quit. They didn't renew it. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, and all of a sudden, CBS News is starting to do news stories about how Saudi Arabia was involved in 9/11. All of a sudden, 24 years later, all of a sudden, oh, you know what? Turns out there was something happening. And they're like, you mean 2 weeks after they decided to not renew the fucking petrodollar? Now CBS News is allowed to talk about that and investigate it, which when I talked about it, it got demonetized. But anyway, so that's why, because Gaddafi was doing that. He was going to set up a currency for all of Africa, and it was going to be based on have a gold standard. And so they're like, no, you're not. You're not fucking doing that. And they made up a bullshit thing like, we got to save the people. You guys, they don't give a fuck about the people in America. They got veterans and everybody else living under every goddamn bridge in this country. You think if they gave a shit about those people, don't you think they'd start helping the people right outside the front door? Right. Instead of, no, I got to go help people in Libya, and we got to help people. It's about helping people in Ukraine, and it's about helping people in Taiwan, and it's about this is all about an upward transfer of money. This is about balkanizing countries and turning it over to BlackRock and Vanguard. That's what this is about.
Whew. He said it there first. BlackRock, Vanguard are one of they hold billions of dollars in assets, guys, and control a lot of how the money moves. And the biggest thing here is the world reserve currency. So make sure you look more into deep diving into the world reserve currency. But this is Donald Trump. He's talking about the dollar and how he's going to protect the U.S. dollar and how he's going to make sure that the U.S. dollar stays the reserve currency.
Okay, currency, very important. Yes. And if you want to go to third world status, lose your reserve currency. We have to have that. We cannot lose it. If you'll go to third world status in this country because you take a look at the way things are running. If a country tells me, sir, we like you very much, but we're going to no longer adhere to being in the reserve currency. We're not going to salute the dollar anymore. I'll say that's okay. And you're going to pay a 100% tariff on everything you sell into the United States. And we love your product. I hope you sell a lot of it into the United States, but you're going to pay 100% tariff. He will then follow it up by saying, sir, it would be an honor to stay with the reserve currency. That will be like just playing. That's not even chess, that's checkers. But you don't have listen to this. You don't have other people that can talk that way.
All right, well, this is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are developing a new form of currency. This is called BRICS. As you can see, BRICS is the B, R, Russia, I, India, China, so forth, so forth. So yeah, the U.S. dollar has been the world reserve currency for 79 years. And countries are getting tired of it. So as you can see, these different countries have band together. These are only 5, but they have many other, you know, countries that's underneath the BRICS. And yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys, to buy gold, buy silver, you know, buy real assets. If you're saving your money, buy gold, which is God's money. Silver is God's money. You know, different. Don't buy it on digital. Buy it in hand. You know, physical gold, physical coins, just to hold. You know, oh boy, hold your cash, y'all. Buy gold, silver, real estate. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. The US dollar is going to shit. Sorry to say, but it is. And, you know, the truth hurts. Y'all tune into the next video. I'm out. Peace.